What up, guys? Your boy Quake, and what year are we in, man? Are we in 2017 or 2005? Because with these recent disses, it seems like it's 2005. For those that don't know, Mase this morning released a diss track called The Oracle. And on this track, he's responding to Camron. He's exposing him about his past, all the issues he's had with Dipset, his bad business ventures, and much, much more. Now, when this diss track came out, a lot of people were confused. They had no idea where this came from, but if you were paying attention, you would know exactly why Mase responded. So let's go down that path. Earlier this month, Camron dropped a mixtape called The Program, and in the intro track, It's Killa, there's a few bars going directly at Mase.
Told him straight up, I ain't feeling him at all. Let me curb this nigga before I end up killing him.
So of course Mase heard that, and he decided to respond with the Oracle track that dropped earlier today. Now, a lot of people are wondering, why would Mase respond to that? Was it really that bad? Mase usually doesn't respond to a lot of diss tracks. He even said it himself. He's not the one to type to go at people constantly, even if they mention the name, because Camron and Mase have had issues for a while now. It's been going on since the 1990s. These two have been middle school friends growing up together in Harlem, so they've had their issues time in and time out. But this time it was completely different, and in the description on the SoundCloud song he uploaded, he explains why. Mase said it was the threat of physical violence in the bars that Camron spit that made him respond. So this is what he said word for word. I let too much pass, and I was going to continue to let it pass, but when somebody don't stop, I had to just spank him one time. It was really the point when Camron said he had to kill me. I let a lot of things slide, but when you start getting to the body harm aspect of it, I can't let that slide. That's really all it's about. I know I'm lyrically better than a lot of people. It's just when people would throw my name out there, I just didn't feel like it was anything I needed to respond to. So that's Mase explaining why he released the diss track. Now let's get into the bars, because some of these bars are insane. I mean, I tend to forget some of these older rappers and how well they can spit. I mean, Mase was someone who had a lot of talent, who could have blown up and become someone really, really big, but he decided to become a pastor and just sort of fall off the face of the earth.
Imagine 20 years with a bitter bitch in the same drama. Dame told you do this shit and you don't see Dame Karma. K9 on your ass, nigga, no distraction. Pussy nigga wearing pink, guess he think he matching. I'ma paint the picture, let the niggas make the caption. Fuck bars, I'ma tell niggas what really happened. Ever since 10, you was a thirsty nigga. I ain't gonna talk about the time you fucked your sister. 2002, you lost 50 pounds, also in your liver. Now you tryna sell niggas liquor. Nigga, you always play the sucker part. Where was all that Rico shit when you left Jim and Rucker Park? Matter of fact, I'm on a true life change. But let's get back to that smack and that true life change. Damn, bro, man, the whole fucking land know. After that 50 shit, you moved to Orlando. You had the nigga Jim on the radio. Where did Cam go? Where did Cam go?
After releasing the diss track The Oracle, Mase decided on Rap Genius to explain some of his bars. So let's go over the bars that Mase explains. So right immediately in the intro of the song, he starts out by saying, imagine 20 years with a bitter bitch and the same drama. Dame told you do this shit and you don't see Dame Karma. This is what Mase has to say about those bars. He says, when I came back with Welcome Back, Dame ran up to me like, why don't you and Cam just beef? I was like, beef? Why would we beef? It was the weirdest thing I ever heard. He was like, why don't you and Cam just beef? It'll stay on record. It'll stay on wax. That's why every time I would hear him say something, I wouldn't say nothing back because I knew it wasn't real. Every time they would say something, I would see them and know it wasn't no problems. If every time I see you there's no problem, then why do you keep talking about it? It's 20 years old. So that's a crazy explanation. That makes perfect sense to me. It makes no sense to just forge up a fake beef just to try to sell records. And Mase was like, I'm not going to respond to someone who's not really serious. So it makes sense to me. Now in these bars, Mase responds to the people making fun of him for becoming a pastor and going to church. This is the bars that he spits. My hand filthy, heart guilty. N-words like me need church. And this is what he says to explain it. Whether you're the best person or the worst person, there's nothing wrong with going to church. They made that seem like a bad thing. I think growth is inevitable. You got hip-hop artists who sold crack and then sold us vitamin water. You have guys who have hustled but now just take part in NBA teams. All I did was go from the hottest part of my time of life and chose to use that to help the inner city youth. You may call that church, but that's helping the inner city. That's helping families. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't think nobody intelligent will see anything wrong with taking your strengths and using it to help people. That's not really a weakness. It's called charity. Now in these next bars, he mentions 50 Cent. And if you guys see my Who Really Won video, 50 Cent versus Camron, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. 50 technically made fun of Camron for leaving from New York and going down to Florida, Orlando, Florida, and like hiding, and nobody knew where Camron was, and 50 was making fun of him, Jim Jones and all that. So in these bars, Mase is going at Camron for that. He says, after that 50 shit, you moved to Orlando. You had the N-word Jim on radio. Where did Cam go? And this is what his explanation for those bars are. What happened with 50 was on the radio. If everybody's united now, they were all united before. They weren't united with 50. I just ask for people to be consistent. Don't pick who you want to pick on and who you want to be neutral with. If you're rolling, then steamroll on everybody. If you give 50 a break, don't take it to the maximum with me. You know me, but you don't know that N-word. And in the last bars, Mase just completely destroys Camron. This is what he says. I'm the name on the ribbon on the bird. I'm done rapping with you. You'll always be my bitch who got my fucking name tatted on you. And this is Mase's explanation, because I didn't understand this part either, so I'm glad he explained this. This is what he said. Harlem World. The ribbon on top of the bird, it says Harlem World. That's me. You can't see it in plain sight, but the best place to hide something is in plain sight. All along, it was right there. So it's clear that Mase planned this song very well. He's speaking a lot of facts. From what I know, a lot of the things that were said about Camron, he's speaking on business deals that went sour, all kinds of shit. I mean, if you haven't heard the track, I'll leave a link in the description below so you guys can check it out. I'll even leave a link for this lyrical breakdown so you guys can go read up more on this, because I didn't cover every single bar. So Camron wasted no time. After he heard that diss track, he decided to preview his response, which is called Black Friday. This song will be on the upcoming mixtape, The Program 2, which drops on January 1st. I don't know if he's going to hold it until then or if he's going to release it sooner, but I hope we get it sooner rather than later.
I need somebody to talk to me tonight. Oh, yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. You remember how well you used to sing it? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Beat makers, crack music.
I can't sing that song. Tipsy, tipsy, tipsy. Young man looked at him and said, why you can't sing it? Why? You know what he told him since you saw me last? Oh, something happened to me. Time to get the facts across. Somebody just passed. I'm all for the jokes, bundle up, get you home. But I only go for the door. I'm a chimney, I want to smoke. You to know what up a door. I'm petty, ready for war. I ain't got a sister, only sister I fuck is yours. Bars off the program, touch you. Now you mad at me, though you let Mr. Lloyd touch you. Do what you must do. Me, I'm getting my just due. But who you talking tough to? Blinky just snuffed you. Puff up you. Seen it no binoculars. Passed you the 50. He was finger popping. Then he took.
So with that being said, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. I'm excited because this is finally some beef with some older generation artists that can spit really, really well. So I'm excited to see where this goes, as long as it stays on wax and nobody gets, physically harmed or anything like that. I'm very excited for this. I mean, it's bringing new excitement to hip hop finally. And also, who do you guys think is going to go harder? I mean, that Mase track is insane. I don't know. This preview for this Camron song sounds all right. We got to see when it drops. I'll cover that when it does drop. So let me know who you guys think is going to go harder. Leave a comment below, like, share, and definitely subscribe. I do videos like this daily on hip-hop news, who changed the music industry, who really won videos, and much, much more. So definitely subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at QuakeGW. Like us on Facebook, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.